Welcome back. In this video, we will go over the learning goals, warm-up, pre and during activities to do when doing a reading lesson. Compass Reading Log has several reading strategies. We will only mention 3 of them. 5-finger retell, fluency, which works on expression, following its steps in a procedure. For example, for this reading, lesson 2, the learning goal could be the following. Students will be able to show understanding of making predictions before a reading by looking at the first 2 pages of the story and answering questions about dangerous creatures so that they can then write their own predictions about the story and check if they were correct or not. Compass leading to the lesson is what we know as warm-ups. Warm-up activities are meant to engage students and motivate them to, in this case, do the reading. For example, based on the previous learning goal, teachers could start their classes by asking students questions about if they know about mystical, magical, or dangerous creatures. The idea of this leading to the lesson is to have students motivate their interest to learn about them. Not all students will know about them, but the ones that they do can help you as a teacher to have them interested in the class. So we could start the class by showing them a picture of like a Medusa, for example, a centaur, or Pegasus, right? So we display the pictures and we ask them, do you like magical creatures? Do you know what these creatures are? And they should be motivated to start telling what they are. Students need to know what the Greek myth is. So explain that they were ideas that the Greek believe. It will be a good idea to show or display some of the Greek myths. Know your students. Few students will be able to name mythical creatures or stories and movies about them. Be ready to provide names on some mythical creatures and stories that students will most likely know. Once you are done with the leading to the lesson or warm-up activity, it is good to pre-teach the vocabulary that the students will be working on. The good thing is that Compass has the flashcards of the vocabulary that will be used in the lesson. Make sure you don't give them the definition or the word in Spanish. Instead, show them the pictures and have them try to come up with the name for the picture. If students are unable to identify the actual name of the vocabulary or the picture that you're showing, give them the answer. But always use images. For this lesson, after you have shown the students the pictures and you have pre-taught the vocabulary, make sure they do activities 1 and 2. Reading strategy. Teachers should tell students they are going to predict what happens in the story. Point to the story cover on page 27. Teachers should ask, what are some things we could do to predict what is this story about? Write students' ideas on the board and say, I use the title and the picture to predict. The title is Odysseus and the Cyclops. Tells me who the story is about. The picture tells me that Odysseus is with other men. I think they will meet the Cyclops. The Compass Reading Log topics contains 6 lessons. It is important to know that we will observe production or post activities after we have done or completed the 6th lesson. Each of the lessons we will continue working the pre-activities and the during activities, just to make sure that at the end of the full text or story, they have understood it. Don't forget to answer your quiz so that you can continue with the next video.